So I saw some good deals on some Pokemon products, so I thought I would let everyone know. Starting with the first thing, there's actually the Pokemon 151 Booster Bundle on Walmart right now. It's going for $49.99 with free shipping. The only reason I'm bringing this up is if you go down to TCG Player, the cheapest listing on TCG Player is actually $66.98 plus $2 shipping. So about $69 for the 151 Booster Bundle. Now, this means that it's reaching $70. If you can get it for $50 with free shipping, I think tax is roughly about 8% across the country. You're getting it for $20 below what the aftermarket has it going for. So I think this is actually a good deal, and I don't really have the capital to go ahead and get any, but I thought I would let everyone know. Now, the only reason this move looks very significant, if you look over here in between 10.11 and 11.4, there was a spike that goes upwards and then it drops back down to $51.13. And if you look at what just happened, there was a major crash whenever 151 booster bundles actually restocked. It went all the way from $61 to $62 and then all the way back down to, you guessed it, it touched that floor of $51.29. So it actually found support at that price range. What I can probably assume is that if we reach that price range again, it'll get snatched up. $50 is the new norm for this product. So getting it at that $49.99, you're getting it at what everyone assumes the value of it is, and everyone agrees is the value of it. That's why it immediately rebounded off that $51.29 floor. Now it has skyrocketed all the way back up to, it says market price is $65.05. However, as we saw, the lowest listing was actually for about $69. So at $70 is pretty much the value that it's going to be at for the time being, and probably going on for a good while. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is actually the Surging Sparks Booster Bundle. Now, right here on Walmart, this is going for $34.99, which is kind of a lot for a booster bundle, even though I was just talking about 151 booster bundles being $50. But Surging Sparks came out in the first week of November, which is, not even 60 days ago. I mean, well, I guess it's a little over 60 days. That's still an insane price increase. So if we go over to TCG Player and actually type in the Surging Sparks Booster Bundle, we're going to see that the lowest listed price is actually $44.87. Now that's including shipping, but we can assume that the price of it is about $45. So if you get it from that listing on Walmart, you're getting it for $10 below what the aftermarket is. And if we look at the chart here, the chart has steady growth going all the way up. If you look at every single one of these movements, there is a higher high, a lower low, a higher high, a lower low, a surge upwards, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low. And it keeps that pattern going on continuously, which means there's a lot of strength and want for the product. If the demand is really high, this will continue to happen. So I think getting in right now, especially at that $35 mark, we can see this moving up to $50 very, very quickly. It might slow down at the $50 mark, but I do see it getting a little bit higher. I could see it as high as $65, probably around springtime of this year, so somewhere around March, but just something to be aware of, and I wanted to bring it to everyone's attention. So the other thing that I wanted to bring up is actually the Twilight Masquerade Build and Battle Box over here on Walmart as well. So this is going for about $25. I'm assuming this is free shipping. Yeah, it says free shipping. It arrives in 3 days. The only reason I wanted to bring this up is if we go all the way to TCG Player and we see what the listing is for the market, it's actually going for $29.95 with shipping included. Now that is only about $5 below what the current market value is in the aftermarket. Keep in mind the first listing that is shown on TCG Player is the exact lowest price that you can get it, including shipping if you have your settings correct. The only reason I wanted to bring this up, if we look at the price chart, now the price chart has it actually priced in at $19.08. However, the most recent sale was actually at $27.59. That means people have accepted the fact that this is now going for the $30 range, which is already confirmation that its value is increasing because people are willing to buy the product at that price, no matter if the market price overall says that it's $19.08. The most recent sale was $27.59 at the time of recording. So that being said, I do see this climbing up, possibly reaching that Surging Sparks range, maybe getting to the $37 mark, maybe even $40. If we look at this graph, it looks very, very strong. It reached a very low point and absolutely bounced into the absolute outer space with a huge return of, I think it's something like 25%, dropping from about $16.50 all the way to $19 on the graph. That's not putting into account people that bought it at $16.50 can now sell it at $30, and no one would bat an eye. Now, the next thing that I wanted to put on everyone's radar is actually on the Pokemon Center website. They still have Shrouded Fable Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Boxes. These are $59.99 MSRP coming from Pokemon Center, but these are a Pokemon Center exclusive. That means the only place to get this item is from the Pokemon Center website. And in Scarlet and Violet, they actually introduced something that's very new. The promo card has a Pokemon Center stamp on the card itself that makes it completely unique, and the only way to get it is by opening one of these ETBs. Due to that fact, these things have an intrinsic value that's a lot higher than most promo cards. Now, going over to TCG Player, if we type this into the search bar, so we're actually going to be able to see that the price of this currently is $75.95. Now, that's not too much of a large margin, getting it at $60, and now it's up to, $16 more than what you had bought it for. However, that means this is just the beginning. The other Pokemon Center ETBs have all reached really close to that $100 mark. Some have surpassed it, and, some are way out in Neverland. But since this is coming from Pokemon Center, this is directly from the big baddie themselves. You're able to get it for $60. If you get 4 of them, you can get a case. And now you have a product that went from $240 all the way up to, I think it's $350 or more. It could be about $350 currently at the price that everybody has it listed at. But that means that that's your floor. You got in at that price at $240 for a case or $60 for the one, and now it's worth 25% more immediately off the rip. The other thing that I wanted to point out is actually the Sword and Shield Astral Radiance Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box is still in stock at the Pokemon Center website. This is going for $49.99, which is, $10 cheaper than the one that I just mentioned, but this is not from the Scarlet and Violet era, and it does not come with the promo card like I mentioned before that has that Pokemon Center stamp. If we go over to TCG Player, we actually see that the lowest listed Astral Radiance Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer Box is going for $64.90 with shipping included, so about $65. So you would be buying it for $50, and then immediately you have a $15 leg up or an increase in value from buying it at MSRP. The other reason that I wanted to bring this up, other than it being a Pokemon Center exclusive, and there will only be a certain amount of these printed into existence, if we look at the graph from October 12th all the way to the current day, it has went from $52 on the graph to $63. Now, that's a $10 increase. However, that means the steady climb of it has begun. You can catch a ride the wave, let go of it whenever you want, and at that point, you've got yourself immediately a return on your investment as soon as you decide to pick this up. Now, I mentioned I don't have any capital to go ahead and take a move on any of these things that I see a good deal on, because on January 17, Pokemon Center is going to be releasing the Prismatic Evolution set, and they will have their Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes for Prismatic Evolutions. The main reason I am saving the money that I would be willing to spend on those other good deals is because this right here is going to go fast. I think this is going to be on the site and off the site within 25 to 30 minutes. If you can get in and the site doesn't crash, I recommend getting at least one. Currently, a Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box that is from Prismatic Evolutions is going for $400 after market. So you get it for $60 and it's going for $400 right now. Obviously, there's a lot of hype whenever a site comes out, and I don't think that price will actually stay true. It'll probably dip back down. It could be as low as $100, but still, if you got something for $60 and can sell it for $100, I think that is a magnificent play to make. However, you are racing the competition. There are people who have bots that do this, and they snag up as many orders as they can. I believe trying to get at least one. If you can get a case, definitely. If you can't get a case, oh well. But trying to get one because it's a Pokemon Center exclusive makes it worth it to me. Now, something else to keep in mind when you're talking about Prismatic Evolutions is this set is not going to have a booster box. So, like we saw with Pokemon 151, that set did not have a booster box, at least not in the English printing. Because it doesn't have a booster box, the next best thing you can get that will increase in value is actually the booster bundles. Now, the booster bundles aren't going to come out until March, but keep that in mind. If you're going to save up for something in this set, I think one of the safest investments, first off, would be the Pokemon Center exclusive, but everyone's going to go at that like a hungry pack of wolves. However, the booster bundles, there's going to be several locations to get these booster bundles before they release, and it's going to be a lot easier to obtain it because there will be a lot more available to the public. The other things that are going to be coming out on January 17th are going to be the Pokemon Prismatic Evolutions Tech Sticker Collection. It'll come with 3 packs, and the Pokemon Prismatic Evolutions Poster Collection. And the other item I wanted to talk about is the Prismatic Evolutions Binder. Now, the Tech Sticker Collection is going to be going for about $15. You can get that on GameStop. They seem to have it ready to go as soon as January 17th rolls around. You can get it on GameStop. Same thing with the Poster Collection. The Poster Collection is going for $14.99, and the Prismatic Evolutions Binder is going for $29.99. Now, the Tech Sticker Collection, I believe, is going for something like $60 or something absolutely absurd. It's going for so much, and getting it at $15 and having it be worth 3 times the value immediately when you grab it, especially for people who don't have a lot of capital to go ahead and buy these kinds of things in order to hold on to them for them to accrue value. This is actually a really smart play. $15, and now you've got yourself a nice little chunk of change. Same thing with the Poster Collection. I believe, like with the 151 Poster Collection, I think it stayed at $30 forever now. Everyone's agreed that that's just what the price of it is. It's, $30. I don't know what the high of the Poster Collection was for 151. I wasn't involved in Pokemon at the time whenever that was going through its absolute rip and roar. Now, the Binder Collection is going for $29.99 on GameStop on release day. Now, I don't know what this one's going for. I believe it's going for about $100, maybe about $120. I'm not exactly sure. The other thing that I wanted to talk about on January 17th on GameStop, if you happen to miss out on the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box, which most likely will happen to a lot of us who try to get them because everyone's going to be trying to get them, is the regular Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer Box will be on GameStop January 17th for $49.99. I believe these immediately are worth, I think, $95 to $100. I think someone even bought the regular one for $150. It's insane. But if you happen to miss out on the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box, you can go ahead and try and grab a couple of these. I don't think you can get a case because you need to buy at least 10 of them. And I think GameStop will put a throttle on how many you can go ahead and get in one order. And I don't know if duplicate orders would allow you to surpass that limit. However, since they will be in split orders, a case would be 10 of them. And if you get 5 and 5, it obviously will come in packages of 5 and 5, and you won't have a sealed case of it. The other things that are coming out are not going to be coming out on January 17th. There's some for February 7th and also March 7th. So we'll talk about that whenever that gets closer. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about is at Sakura's Card Shop. If you look at their website, they have Terastal Festival in stock. It's actually going for $89.84 USD per booster box. I think they're going for about $100 on TCG Player. So, you're getting it for $10 below what the aftermarket price is. This is a very high in demand set, especially since the pull rates will most likely be better than the American version of this. The English versions always have way worse hit rates compared to the Japanese hit rates. I think in every booster box, there's a guaranteed illustration rare or special illustration rare. Oh, theirs is art rare, so a special art rare and other things like that. I think there's one guaranteed hyper rare and other things along those lines. So I think that this is something worthy of note, especially since Terastal Festival is actually very hard to obtain at the moment. Everywhere, it's just gone, and it's like $10 a pack. Unfortunately, these booster boxes, they're not like English booster boxes. They don't come with 36 packs. The Japanese booster boxes vary from 10 packs to 30 packs. This one in particular is only 10 packs. So even if you parted it out and sold it for $10 a pack, just like other people are, it's only about $100 worth of product. So I think keeping it sealed would probably be in your best interest, unless you want to just rip and roar and open it because, you know, it's an amazing set. But I wanted to point that out, that it's actually in stock at Sakura's Card Shop, at least at the time of recording. It could be gone by now. This thing is just going off the shelves every time it touches any shelf. So these are the things that I found. If you guys like this video, just go ahead and let me know so that I can continue to do things like this whenever I find deals. I can just let you guys all know. I have a couple of other videos coming out in the next week talking about investment moves in the month of December that I made and other things that failed and all of the good glory. So I can show you guys what happened in November, October, and December all together and the progress of it all. So until next time, much love to you all, and may the Gamba gods be with you.